So this is my attempt to kind of review the beginning stages of ordering my black and red 100-watt laser. As you can see, I had to pay for a truck with a lift gate. The packaging was well done. I was expecting some damage, but received no damage at all. And here I'm just kind of reviewing, inspecting the machine. Well, finally got the crate taken apart. And there it is. I didn't realize that I have to install the laser tube, which made me quite nervous because I looked in there and I inspected it when I got off the truck and there's no laser tube in there. It made me nervous, but they did include it. They actually had it boxed on the pallet underneath. And here is the laser tube. That was my biggest concern, to make sure that it arrived in one piece and not a million different pieces. Not quite sure how to install it though. There is a, looks like an installation guide for laser tube installation. Okay. Alright, and here's the housing, the extension housing that goes on the other side over here. Once the laser is installed, I would imagine you just attach it with those 4 screws. So far everything looks good. It's amazing that it showed up in one piece. Little globs and globs of grease on the rails, but that's okay. Here are the mirrors. Yeah, looks good so far. Physically, anyway. This particular model has a built-in exhaust. Supposedly it's super quiet. We will see. Not sure where the intake is. I'll have to find the keys and open it up to see. Okay, it came with the typical tub, some rubber hose, some metal bent pipe, and a box. I would imagine this is the little fish tank pump, which I'm not going to be using this. I have the chiller. I'll be using that, so I'm not even going to play around with that. And also came with the pouch. Let's see what we have. Electrical tape. This is the, oh, look at that, no name brand. This is the silicone, I believe, to dress up the laser tube once you have it installed. The power cable, patch cable, RJ45 Ethernet cable, set of Allens. This is USB cable with the thumbstick, thumb drive, and what else is in here? Yada yada yada. Help at cssupportpro.com. And laser engraving cutting machine manual. I'll have to go through this, but I'm a little concerned. I didn't see the keys anywhere. Okay, I just had a heart attack. Couldn't find the keys. And all the other videos show the keys kind of hanging over here, but I found them over there. Ah, okay, hold on. Okay, I got some compartments open. This key right here is used to open up all the doors. And this one is just an access panel for some cabling for the stepper motor and pulley, and the controller board underneath, Rowita. And let me just close this guy back up. And down here you have power supply 110, digital laser power supply with a meter, a digital meter to read the current, which is nice, but it's kind of out of the way. I would like something a little more visible, so we'll have to see if we can fix that. What I like is this updated unit has all the updated connectors. I love that. That's perfect. Okay, you have your U-disc, USBs, PC, LAN connection to connect locally to your network, and a couple of power switches. And there is the notorious wiring that some people say do not use. That is for these connections right there. I'm not entirely sure about it, but I'll have to look into it to see if I'm going to use it. I mean, visually, they look okay, I guess. I'll have to check the connections and see what gauge wire that is. And on this side, what do we have on this side? Just another access. And that's it. You can get access to the mirror, and looks like maybe some tensioning bolts for the drive system back there too, for the X and the Y. I love these gas mechanisms. It's really nice. It's a real nice feel when you close it. It's not sloppy. Not sloppy at all. So, and also you have the adjustment for the Z bed, which this is something I might want to upgrade in the future. We'll see how it works. It doesn't look like it's too inconvenient. I mean, most of the stuff I'll be burning up in here is probably 1/2 inch to 3/4 inch, or you know, something like 1/8 inch thick material, depending if I want to cut it or just etch in it. So I don't see myself putting something, at least not right now anyway, something that I would have to drop the bed all the way down to use its full capacity. It does have the pass-throughs. Let me see if I can open it with one hand. It's a pretty wide area, and the back opens up as well, so you know, you could probably, I don't know if you could be able to fit maybe an interior door, but I'm not sure how wide that is. I'll have to take a measuring tape to it. And there's the serial number, if you can see it. I don't know, let me see if I can even read it. It looks somewhat legible. And let's see, certified of conformity. It's a 100-watt laser tube that goes on here. So supposedly this is their updated 2019, 2020 black and red 100-watt laser with the Rowita controller, which is something that was important to me. I want to be able to use light burn. So It's got a fan, cooling fan, I would imagine. So that's it. I'm going to try to figure out and try to learn how to install the laser tube itself. Hopefully I don't drop it. And we'll see how that goes. I'll let you know. Alright, this is the back. You have your outlets that are controlled by switches on the side of the unit. Again, I'm not sure if I'm going to use those. And your 110 plug. And I'm not sure what that is. I don't know if that's something for a ground. Might be, yeah, maybe you attach a ground to it, I'm not sure. And over here on this side, on the right side in the back, you have your water inlet nozzle, the water out. And this is where you, on the older styles, where you would connect an external pump for the air assist. On this model, it's built in, has an integrated pump right there mounted to the inside of the housing. Not sure how quiet that is. Supposedly it's more efficient. We'll have to see. And there's the inside underneath the bed. With the, this is the mechanism for to raise and lower the Z axis. Controlled by 4 lead screws. I'm probably going to upgrade that someday. We'll see. It may not be too much of an inconvenience. Maybe to an auto-focusing system. But that's it. That's pretty much it in a nutshell. The chassis itself is well built. You know, I'm not familiar with any of the other models or some of the more recognized models of laser units, but from a just physical perspective, I mean, it's well built. I mean, it's solid, and it's not, I was anticipating it being extremely heavy, and it's really not that heavy. I mean, it's on well built casters with leveling feet. And I mean, to move it, I mean, I'll just use 2 fingers and it moves quite easily. So that was a big concern of mine as well. But so far, from a physical perspective, I'm very pleased with it. You have your laser switch key, which comes on these rings right here. So these are the 2 laser switch. I guess they give you 1 extra. And this is your not your auto-focusing, but your little piece, looks like acrylic, to put underneath the laser head to focus it. And you have your key right here for the panels on the doors on the chassis itself. And you have your emergency oh shit switch, which I'll probably be using. Right now it's in the on position, off position, and you have to twist it to the right to pop it. And that's it for now. We'll see how it goes. Not sure what I'm going to do with this, how I'm going to exhaust it. I mean, my shop is in a garage, and unfortunately this is the most logical spot for it. I have power right there, right to the back of the unit, with a junction box that I installed. And on this side of my shop I have my CNC machine, so I'm not entirely sure I want to move that guy because I'll have to reroute all the plumbing for the shop vac. And you know, this is just here temporarily, so I can maneuver things around. But yeah, it's kind of a mess in here right now, all because of this guy. But we'll figure it out. We'll get it going. See where we can put it in its final resting place. But for now, I'll probably just shoot the exhaust out the garage door for now. It's not the best ideal situation, but I just want to make sure everything is going to work the way it should, and then I could figure out where to put it in its permanent location. I mean, I have plenty of outside access windows, doors, and I have 2 windows on this side, so I know some guys put it right through the wall like a dry event. I'm not sure if that's an option for me, but we'll have to figure that one out as well. But my next goal is to learn how to install this 100-watt laser tube. A couple of challenges: the learning curve and being able to do it without dropping it. So we'll see. So this is, let's see if we can get some specs on it. It says date 2020. There's a serial number on there. Model F4. I have no idea what that means. And of course your, warning signs: invisible laser radiation. I'm not sure. It looks pretty cool though, but I'll have to read this guy and see if it's a fairly, I'm sure it's a fairly simple installation, but I'm sure there are also very important steps to take to install it, because it is very high voltage and you have water going through it as well for the water cooling. So this is something that you don't want to watch one YouTube video on. I'm going to do some research on it, and I'll follow up with an update. So wish me luck.